What's up, everybody, and welcome back to IGTV Survival. Here is Adam and
Nick. Yo, what's up?
We are back again for the third survival trip, which was supposed to be a winter redemption survival, but it's beautiful out. So this time we're in Black River State Forest, and we're gonna go for a 72-hour survival. Got our packs and everything ready to go.
This guy, geared up. Yeah. This guy's got some douchey sunglasses.
We're ready to go. Let's get to it. So just a little bit of info, I guess, about this survival trip. Like I said before, it's going to be 72 hours. Basically, our packs look really big, but about 90% of it's sleeping bag. So, you know, it looks like we're carrying a lot, but we're carrying the same amount of stuff as we usually do. You know, the bare essentials, and gonna survive for 3 days out here. Said goodbye to the car, and here comes another hill. We're doing
working it off.
We're doing it well.
Calories.
Yeah. You know, living the dream, man. So
gonna weigh like 20 pounds lighter at the end of this. It's gonna be great. I'm gonna look like a bikini model. Okay, so as we're walking in, just a little briefing. Where we're at out here, it's in the Chippewa. No, we're not in Chippewa. Sorry, that's where I live. We're out in the Black River Falls area. This is kind of like, for people who are not familiar with the area, this is about central to western Wisconsin. A lot of pine trees, as you can see, a lot of open area. Things that we have to be mindful of out here, definitely bears are a pretty big consideration, especially because we hit this warm streak for the past week and a half or so. So they'll be coming out of hibernation and be kind of hungry and be like, I want food. And we don't want to be food. And we have food, and it's not going to be their food. So we'll be talking about later on ways to look out for bears. Timber wolves are also indigenous to this particular area, but I don't think we have to particularly worry about them in the type of area we're in. This is a little removed from their dens, but they do range a lot, so it's also a consideration. What does this guy have to say?
we're gonna survive.
Yeah, we're gonna survive. Right now what we're looking for, we're walking in on a trail, and then we're gonna break off of it in a little while. We're looking for water, preferably. There's a lot of reservoirs in this area, and we're looking for some of the rivers that flow between them. We want moving water. Moving water is gonna be fresher, cleaner, and less likely to still be iced up from the winter. So that's kind of what we're in search of. I think we got a few miles left here, so. Yeah.
Just trucking along, man. Just trucking along.
We'll keep you updated. Sorry, rookie mistake. I interfered with B-roll. 10 push-ups. Oh, that's in deer poop. I'm not doing it in deer poop. Oh, that's more deer poop. They're everywhere. There's more behind you.
Pellets.
Okay, here are my push-ups.
In other news, Nick's gonna eat one.
Okay. There am I interfering with B-roll push-ups. I don't see a river.
Here at IGTV Survival, we don't believe in hazing. All right, so just a little check-in here. We're probably about, we're guessing around 1.5, 1.6, you know, 1.7, 1.8.
Somewhere in there.
Somewhere in there.
Just keep going
miles. Yeah, I mean, why not? We just kind of hit a clearing here, and you know, there's a camera adjusting there. So hit a little bit of a clearing here, jumped a couple of trails, and kind of going off the trail now, trying to find a source of water right now. We think generally in that direction, or maybe that direction. There's one of two water sources that we're trying to find, and hopefully we find it. But other than that, it's going good so far. You know, we were wondering how those packs were going to go and walking, and it's been going really good so far. It's a beautiful day outside, and really enjoying it so far. So, Nick, have any thoughts, sir?
It's a nice day for a hike. Nice day, seeing some nature, yelling at some bears. You know.
Yo, bear!
Yo, bear! Yeah. Hey guys, so we're taking a little break. We got the packs down on the ground. We've walked about 3 miles and we are at the furthest point of the trails. We kind of got diverted off of the trails for a while. Thought we were on a really old wooden trail, got lost in the woods, kind of, you know, peed on a few things, did the usual stuff that you do when you're lost in the woods, claimed our territory, yelled at the bears, and then we found a road. And we were like, whoa, road. So we took that road to another road and then found a trail. And now we're like on the northern end of the trails where there's supposed to be a river. And we're seeing how we're stopped just before where we think the river is, and we're kind of building the anticipation. Adam can barely contain himself.
So excited!
I think he also has to poop, so that might be part of that. But yeah, we got the packs down, you know, they're chilling on the ground.
Very
Vanna White, yeah. He's got sweaty balls, sweaty back. I'm sweaty too, but it's hiding behind my thicker thing. And it's kind of looking like rain a little. It hasn't done anything yet. There was like a bigger little cell that went to our north. But so far it's giving us a nice cool breeze, as I'm sure you can hear in the microphone. And that's kind of refreshing. And we're real excited about the river. So we'll let you know about the river shortly. And then after that we'll be making some decisions about putting a shelter in the river or backtracking a ways to some of the better shelterable areas we found. So when we make those decisions, you'll know about those, and then we'll start getting into the meat of the survival and doing stuff and surviving by finding meat. Squirrels. Adam's playing with his meat. We're gonna edit that out. Okay, everybody.
We're gonna go see if there's water.
Water!
All right, guys, checking back in. So we ended up diverting and going further out down a road. And the main reason is when we tried to find water on the map, it had a little blue thing. Don't tease me like that, because there was none. Well, we decided to go do one that we were kind of looking at before, called wildcat flowage, and this is what we found. All that. Yeah, so right now we're actually kind of surveying around. Obviously this is a huge morale boost because we found water. That was the big thing that we were kind of itching for. I know we're both kind of parched and kind of just longing for some water and exhausted, and maybe even some fish on the horizon if we're lucky. Maybe. But yeah, like I said, we're just trying to look around here. It's really beautiful, and I gotta tell you, this park kicks ass.
Seriously, if you need like looking for a vacation, you should come here. It's amazing. You want to do some outdoor backpacking, or they have a campground way up on the other side. It's huge and it's gorgeous.
Yeah, when we were originally looking at it on Google and trying to kind of scale it out, we didn't think everything would be this big, you know. We actually saw this flowage on Google, and it didn't look like it'd be this big, but holy cow. I'm gonna keep showing it. It's nice.
Yeah, I like right over there. The trail loops around. It's kind of shaky, but I think it's solid enough to support the trail. And then you got about like probably 100, 200 meter walk in to that point. I like that.
Yeah.
It's kind of the same as that one, just on this side.
Yeah.
With a firm way to get to it that's not wading through marsh.
I agree.
Either that or way around the other side. This feels like really like home. Like we've been wandering and feel really like lost. Like this feels like an anchor point. It's amazing what water does. It's life, man. It's like you're biologically programmed to find this crap and be like, yo, this stuff's the shit.
Let's go find camp. All right, guys, so another quick update here for you. We just got into what we are going to consider camp, probably for the next at least 2 or 3 nights. I'll give you a quick tour. It's actually a little bit of a, I don't know what you'd really call this actually.
It's a mofloppy.
We're camping in a mofloppy. That is the correct geological term actually. Look it up, you can Google it, it's fine, no worries. And it's kind of nice because if you can see it, there's Nick getting undressed. Or putting more layers on, because it is getting a little chillier. But anyways, as you can see, it's kind of like down in this little ravine thing, almost like a giant crater. And it's kind of nice because down here, actually, there's hardly any wind. And even if you go up to the top of the ridges, you can feel it streaming through. But right now, it's pretty calm down here, which is good. So then we don't have to worry about our fire embers burning or getting caught in the wind and then, you know, hitting something around. I know there's going to be some skeptic out there that's like, well, you're surrounded by dead leaves and stuff, and that's actually true. But we're actually right on the other side from the flowage that we just showed you. And actually we kind of dug in a little bit, and everything is actually pretty damp, which is really good for us because we can still build fire on top of it and we don't have to worry about the whole little valley ditch thing going up into flames. So we are, yes, going to clear everything off too, so don't worry, we'll be safe. Well, we'll do it. And yeah, so I mean, right now we're just kind of clearing the area out, and we just got our packs here, just kind of set up, taking a little bit of a break. And then we're gonna work on getting some food, hopefully some fish, building a shelter and building a fire. So we'll take you guys along for the adventure.
So we're doing a little fishing. Right now I haven't found any worms or bait yet, and that's kind of a thing that I'm gonna dig around and see. I did a little digging and couldn't find any bugs back by a camp, and I'm over on the other shore right now. If you look over that little shore over there, you probably can't hear the pounding, but Adam's cutting up some dead wood that we found blown over. So that's going on, and he's working on getting a shelter out of that, and I'm trying to catch some fish. See, I already have my pole in the water. Sometimes, in my experience, what I've seen happen right after a thaw like this, sometimes fish will be really hungry, and it depends how dormant they are from the cold, but it warmed up pretty significantly when it warmed up, and sometimes right after a thaw they'll be so hungry they'll bite at anything they see enter the water, anything shiny, anything foreign. So I'm seeing if the hook itself will just get any bites just hanging out there, or if something will snag itself on it, or you can't catch fish unless it's in the water. So I'm going to do a little more digging around here in the earth and see if I can find worms, things like that. Because for all my fishing, I have quite a wealth of fishing knowledge, I like to think, but I honestly don't know where worms go in the winter. If they go down, if they go elsewhere, I don't know. So if we have any worm experts watching this, I would love to know where worms go in the winter. So that's, you know, a comment, video response. Give us something. Where do worms go? And where can I find them if I'm in Wisconsin in March? And the ice looks like a giant slushy, not ice. I don't know where I'm going to find worms. More on that soon.
Nick's out fishing right now, and I kind of cleared a little bit of an area. We're trying to, at least. It's a work in progress. And started to build a little platform and a fire there. We're gonna go with a small fire, pretty much because, well, we're in a big dip full of dead stuff. Sorry. And you know, we don't really need a fire for anything except for boiling water and cooking fish. If Nick catches anything, he's right over that way. Hopefully we can get something, get a little bit of food, because I'm hungry. I don't know how Nick's feeling right now, but especially after a 4-hour hike, you know, we only had breakfast this morning and then came straight out to the forest, and we haven't eaten since. So already I can feel it. You know, when you're first thinking of stuff that you got to get, you know, obviously water's number one, which was why it was just such a huge relief to find that water. And next is food. You know, obviously you can go a few weeks, you know, without food. However, you're going to be tired, you're going to be miserable, and especially when you're used to being fed so much, you know, it's just going to be, you know, kind of, I hear Nick coming, but it's going to take a toll on your body. So if we can, obviously we found water, next step's food, fire, and shelter.
Hey, so we're on our way back from fishing. I left the pole back over there. In digging for worms, I came across what I sort of suspected, and that was once I dug down about 4 or 5 inches, I hit solid ice, frozen ground. Since it's mid-March in Wisconsin, that frost still hasn't gone away yet. It's only melted on the top since we've had a warm 2 or 3 weeks, and that's what's causing there to be really nothing as far as worms, beetles, anything like that, or at least contributing. So that was kind of a bummer. I had tried to use a pine cone that was sort of the color of a worm, and tried a few other things to look like a worm, but I really wasn't getting anything that was worm-like.
There's Nick coming back from his fishing trip.
Mo floppy.
Looks like empty-handed.
I was just talking to you guys.
Oh.
Over there.
See? Weren't you listening? Jeez, Nick was already talking to you. Let's see if Nick got anything.
I got a whole lot of nothing, which you know if you're watching my video. and you learn about babbling brooks. I told you all about a babbling brook, and if Adam edits that out, I'm gonna punch him in the face. I did want to show you one of the things about our body of water that we've discovered here. Look at that cool shot. On the south side of it, we found this. And this is halfway between where I was fishing and our camp. Our little body of water is a tributary to a nice little babbling brook. The reasons we love babbling brooks is because when brooks babble, like this one is so happily babbling, but when brooks babble, that keeps things moving, keeps things from being stagnant, and keeps the water away from building up nasty toxins and other things like that. So that movement is really good. If we're picking up water later on, which we will be in the next, 70, we have like 66 hours or something left, we will definitely be picking it up from there where it's moving. That's also added to by the fact that most of this is melting right now, so it's fresh water that was locked in ice being drained off. It's going to be cold as all get out, which might be kind of nice and refreshing. I don't know. The temperature right now is in about the low 50s, upper 40s, so it's pretty comfortable. But that'll give us fresh water, so that'll be really great.
Babble, 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 babble. Nick's putting together a saw, so we can. I gotta admit that thing's pretty cool, except for when that happens.
You saw nothing.
Saw nothing. Get it? But anyways, we're yeah, we're starting to get crazy. It's all right. Well, crazier than we were.
I'm lighting a fire.
All right, so as per any good survival people, we bring a couple of things to get the party rolling here. The first one's going to be lint, so let's get that going.
You're gonna pull it apart, get nice and lots of air in there. Nice and lots of nice air. Air's good. I haven't eaten in a while. My blood sugar's doing some stuff. More on that soon. Nick passes out. The sequel, Adam has to carry his sorry ass to the car. This is about as exciting as watching paint dry.
Nope, there we go.
Oh. And light my fire, and that's why you bring lint. Because once that went,
not sure how we're gonna do this, so.
Dump her good and dump her hard.
Oh my God.
Two things here, lint and lint jumping to dried pine needles. Look at how fast those dried pine needles went. Coming right at me.
And we have fire.
Okay, from here on, what we do is we start with our small sticks, throw the small sticks on, let the small sticks become bigger sticks, work our way up till we have a decent sized fire, and then we'll be going for the night. Well, we're gonna focus on this and getting our shelter together, and we'll see you all tomorrow.
Bye, everybody.